Alright, welcome back everybody, and today I am doing another Playmates ship video for you. This one, it's from 1998, and it is the Captain's Yacht. Here you go, you can see it's got its warp nacelles popped up. This is the little loading dock area where we see everybody coming in and talking to Captain Picard during Star Trek Insurrection. No, I'm kind of joking. This is part of it, but from Star Trek Insurrection, we've got the USS Enterprise NCC-1701E. Now, what was kind of funny about this one is that this is actually sort of their correction to a mistake. In 1996, when Star Trek First Contact came out, this exact same mold was used to put out the Enterprise E. The same nacelles, everything, but there was one issue with the ship. If you've got it, and you'll see when in the video when I do show, I do have it, that the warp nacelles, well, let me go ahead and hit one of the buttons. You see not the warp nacelles, the impulse engines are located here and here on either side of the shuttle bay. Well, you see, sort of the issue was that Playmates, when they were working on the ship, they had gotten a slightly early picture of the Enterprise, which showed that these were supposed to all be shuttle bay doors here, and that the impulse engine was going to be located through here. So when they built it, they put the impulse engine here in the middle and had 1, 2, 3, 4 shuttle bays. Now, the shuttle bay doors looked really cool. The concept idea was really cool, but it didn't match what was on screen at all. So, in 1998, when Star Trek Insurrection was coming out, they decided to put it back out, correct it. They had it come with a little bit of a gimmick. They did change up this. They made it so that you could have the Captain's Yacht posed. And I wish I knew where I put it's a little red thing, comes down, sticks out. You put it on here. I actually don't like using it because it's the little peg piece that's supposed to stick in here is very, very fragile now that it's, like 25 years old. And it's broken on me a couple of times and gotten stuck in there. I've actually had to completely open the saucer up and use a pin to push it back through. So I no longer display it that way. Of course, the scale here is obviously way off. But this is all in working order, so I will demonstrate the rest of the buttons for you. You can see it lights up at the front of the warp nacelles as well as all along the back. That's your sort of torpedo firing sound, and then the warp? I don't know what that sound effect's supposed to be. Let me get closer in and let you see what those are like. So I will wrap this up. I'll show you the base. Here is the base, and again, it's got the First Contact style comm badge, and it just pops right onto the bottom real nice and easy like that. Like I said, typically you'd probably display it and then the little red stand comes down and you have the Captain's Yacht positioned right about there. But like I said, I don't like using it, and so I've put it in a box somewhere because it's so fragile. I'd just about rather just have and what I do is to display it, I just kind of have the yacht sitting down there like that. I need to find some spare Micro Machines stands. I think would look perfect for that, and I could display it with that. But that's something I'll need to do when I get online sometime. But yeah, one thing is, you'll notice this doesn't have any of the decals on it. It's because we did do a full cleanup on it, restoration, to get it looking as good as it does. It had a tiny bit it had quite a bit of dirt and discoloration. We got that renewed. I probably still need to do some paint touch-ups to a couple of spots. There's a lifeboat's got a little rub on it and that kind of thing. But yeah, if anybody knows where I can get decal sticker replacements for these, I know that I've got some friends who are big on Star Wars restorations for stuff from the 70s and 80s. And there's a ton of guys who sell the decals for old Star Wars ships, and even like the old Space 1999 stuff, and G.I. Joe, but I can't find anybody who does the Star Trek decals. So if you happen to know where I can get replacement decals for this guy, I also need to get decals for my Galileo 7 shuttle at some point. The Playmates one as well. If you go back and see that video from a while back, you'll notice it's got a couple of stickers missing. But yeah, leave a comment for me if you know how I can get a hold of those. I don't even, it doesn't even have to be vintage ones, just replacement stickers, or someplace where I can get them printed even would be great.